AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
Mark Lewis. I am not Mike Sparks. Mike Sparks is doing whatever Mike does when he's not talking to somebody, which I'm not sure if that ever happens or not. So, but
got him right off the bat.
Boy, but we love Mike. So hey, but I'm here to kind of fill in a little bit. I have got Roger Thomas with me here from Sam Davis Home. Jeremy Smithson.
Yes, sir.
And
Rooster Bean.
And Rooster's about to kick off a new restaurant in Smyrna. We're going to talk about that a little later on in the show. But man, I ate his brother's barbecue since about 1999, so he don't know how excited I am about him getting the restaurant open in Smyrna. My wife done said I'm going to probably gain about 15 pounds when he gets to play something, so I'm getting very excited about that,
Oh, yeah.
So we're getting started. So Roger, a couple of things you want to talk about real quickly. Rick Hall, and let's talk about Rick just for a second here, and kind of kick that off a little bit.
He was actually at a Men of Hope Saturday, and which really went awesome. We'll get in that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on, yeah.
Well, there's Mr. Michael Rather. He actually resigned for whatever reasons from the District 3 County Commission, and Rick Hall has graciously put his name in the hat to take that position. And if you know Rick, well qualified, great guy, and he knows the area real well. So
he was a county commissioner before, so this is not his. He's not new.
It's not his first rodeo. Yeah, so he should fit. He should fit right in, and then, up to election next year. And I guess he decided what he wants to do at the end.
Yeah.
So hopefully he will. That will work out, and we're behind you, buddy.
Yeah, Rick and I have been friends for a long time, man, and we love Rick. Like I said, he's got a great background in that. Mm-hmm. So let's keep him in our prayers for doing that. I think they're voting on that tomorrow night to see if they're going to ratify or whatever you want to call that, accept his thing tomorrow night at the county commissioner do. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, and Rick will be a good guy. It's kind of funny. We talked about that stepping up into leadership. We had our fall kickoff for Men of Hope yesterday at the Sam Davis Home. And Roger, thank you guys for letting us borrow the Creek House yesterday, man.
It really that was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I saw the post on Facebook, and it looked like you had a really good turnout.
We had 55 men that shows up at 7:30 on a Saturday morning to praise and pray for our community and praise God. Man, it's pretty awesome stuff, man. We had. I think we had from about 2.5 years old to probably 80-something years old there.
And this right here, and I think Rooster is pretty good friends with him. Danny Brewer, Danny Brewer's wife, Lisa Robinson Brewer, her dad just passed away.
Yeah. Right. Danny texted me yesterday and said he couldn't make it today because he was going to the visitation today.
And his name was Harold Tony Robinson. And as we speak right now, the visitation is going on at Woodfin in Smyrna. And tomorrow, I think, is the funeral, and it's going to be at, let's see if I got it here. Let me scroll on down. It's going to be tomorrow at the Woodfin Chapel in Smyrna, but the burial will be at August the 4th at 11 o'clock at Mount Juliet Memorial. So from 2 to 6 today, and tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And the funeral, like I said, Woodfin's, and the burial at Mount Juliet Memorial Gardens. And we got our sorry for your loss. And great people.
Yeah, and Danny, of course, has Dr. Automotive there, and I think he used to be one of the sponsors of the shows. I think he may still be. But
and he also, like I said, is a big booster in Smyrna. And I believe, Rooster, you're going to be on his show, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We're going to sponsor all the meals at the home games for for the alumni and all that. That's coming in on Friday nights.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And like I said, but yesterday, let's get back to that Men of Hope yesterday. That singing part, I'm not a big singer, but man, I sung yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
but it was good.
You know, we had the guy that lead us there is Ron Alley. He was the
I know Ron. real well.
Yeah, Ron was the music director over there at Life Point for a long time, you know, and then he went out and started Carpe Artista.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ron and I are good friends. My wife still cuts Ron's hair. So, you know, he's a family friend. But, man, it was awesome to have him come out and lead. It's There's something very powerful about men singing worship songs, you know, out loud. You know, it's amazing how powerful that is. And then,
But I think, you know, he actually met Ron. He was with Jeremy Bird there
Oh,
at one of the meetings. That
Yes.
guy, that was Ron.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
you know
Yeah.
Ron.
well, he's one of your neighbors. He owns 101 there
Okay.
on Front Street right there.
Exactly. That's
So,
correct.
yeah. So you guys are neighbors, kind of, sort of.
Right. He said he'd be in a few times.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Oh, hey, I can't
And
wait.
I'm down Rock Springs Road, so if you just keep on going, I'm down on the left out there, you know, right behind Home Depot. So we're all kind of Smyrna's still the big small town, you know.
It really is.
And that's what the beautiful thing about it is. I've been around Smyrna since I was, probably since I was 2 or 3 years old with my grandparents' farm. But at any rate, But at any rate, yeah, yesterday was awesome, man. We had, you know, we have Men of Hope that meets at at Hope Fellowship Church at 1429 Lee Victory Parkway. We meet every other Saturday starting. We started yesterday was that we did a kickoff there at Sam Davis' home. So in 2 weeks we'll have our normal every 2 week meeting, and we will start in a couple of weeks. We're going to start the study on the Book of James. So it'll be pretty good. You know, it's a very good knowledge book of what we should be doing every day, and it kind of calls you out a little bit sometimes on what we're not doing, and you know that happens to us all, right? So, but we're excited about that. From some of the things that happened yesterday, we've got a couple of ladies in our church that are going to volunteer to have child care starting for our men's group. So if men want to bring their kids, we'll have a place for them to go and let their wives go do something while they're doing, if their wives are out of bed, of course.
It's 7:30 to 9.
7:30 to 9 in the morning. So, you know, but if they do want to come, if they do want to bring or need to, we'll have an opportunity to be able to do that for our folks. And that'll be something awesome. You know, we've had, we also have a CR group. One of the guys that's the leader there started out in our Hope group. But on Friday nights, we have Celebrate Recovery there. And, of course, it's another great group. You got hurts, habits, or hang-ups and stuff that you just want to talk to people about, man. It's a great biblically based program, which I think we probably all need, to be honest. I'm not sure how many of us don't have some kind of hurt, hang-up, or habit that we would like to get rid of in our lives. So I'm pretty sure it'd be available for everybody. So, at any rate, that's some cool stuff, you know. And, you know, Roger's been coming to our men's group for how long, Roger?
About a year now, maybe.
Yeah, maybe probably a little longer than that.
Because we've done 2 Sam Davis homes. No, it's actually
3. We've done 3 out there.
I guess I've been coming longer than I thought.
Yeah, we've done 2 August and 1 January so far. So,
but you know, you remember yesterday when Ken Hayes talked about the guy that you know, the kid got to see his kid every other week, and you know. Well, my son was an attorney. I asked him. I said, he said, "Oh yeah." He said, I can't talk about that, but I was.
Wow.
I was the attorney for that. My youngest son.
I got a text from that man today.
Oh, did you?
And you know, it's funny. We had a prayer breakfast yesterday, and we prayed about different things. We talked about men and their God-given responsibilities, what we're supposed to be doing, and then what our responsibilities to our families are, and then what our responsibility to be leaders in the community and our churches and different things like that, which I thought was really good. 'Cause, like I said, Rick showed up yesterday, so it's kind of funny. He's stepping back into a leadership role that he wasn't expecting to be thrown into, but he's meeting the challenge, you know. And I think that's a lot of the things, Rooster. You know, being a former football player and everything, leadership is everything for a football team, but it's also leadership is for everything else in the world, right?
Everything in life is,
That's it.
you know, you've got to have that.
That's right. So thinking about leadership, you know, I think always all good leaders trust God to lead them into whatever battles and stuff that we're facing.
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely.
You know, so I always think about that, you know, and we're getting into if I got something difficult going on, man, in my life, which it seems like I have a lot more of that going on now than I ever remember about. Maybe we just have short memories or something, but it's amazing. I find myself a lot more going back to God, say, hey, I don't understand what's going on, but hey, help me out, you know. And I think, and help me give me wisdom, you know. And James talks about, hey, whoever needs more wisdom, ask for it, and God is great to give you to us, you know. So, at any rate.
But anyway, like I said, I really did. I can't get over it. I really did. I couldn't wait to get back because we've been off 2 months.
I know it.
That was awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you about a little event coming up. Saturday, August 9th, the Depot District going to have a barbecue fest.
All right.
69. And guess when I'm thinking it will be open is Bean Brothers Barbecue, which was named, I'm sure, after you and Aubrey. You know,
that's
keep
correct.
his name. And but anyway, all the response I've seen there, that place not gonna be big enough.
Well, we're hoping for that right there, you know. I mean, Aubrey did, and they call him the Judge, you know. And Judge had some great barbecue for years and years.
Oh yeah, I've had
we learned it out in Texas way back, and then Aubrey did teach me, you know, the art of cooking brisket. You know, we always got in.
And there's art to that.
There is.
There is.
Yeah.
We got into it quite a few times by saying, you know, I mean, your brisket's not, you know, it's not even close to what mine is, you know. But I have to admit now, you know, his was better than mine.
Well, like I said, I just know
You
both
might
of them.
admit that now, you know. You can take that one for a little while, you know.
Well, he, you know, like I said, when he was leaving us about 3 years ago, we had talked, and I knew he wasn't coming out of the nursing home, and so we had talked about putting, you know, Bean Brothers Barbecue in, and we couldn't never work together when he was alive. So, you know, right after, you know, I've been looking for a place for almost 4 years now. And he finally found this one right here in Smyrna, you know.
That's
and
perfect, man. Yeah.
It you know, fitting. I'm going back home, you know. So I've been away for 50 years now, basically.
Wow.
So
Well, that's awesome, man. We're excited. I know.
Oh, yeah, the whole
I know
town
I'm
is.
excited. I think everybody's going to be excited about
Everybody
that.
in town knows him. Yeah,
we've had a great response so far, you know, right now, and it's just a little Texas dive, you know, like we had in Texas when we moved back about 3 years, almost 4 years ago now, and we had a little dive out there, and that's what we're trying to bring back to Smyrna.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man.
That's great.
I lived over in Shreveport, Louisiana for a little while, so I used to eat a lot of Texas barbecue.
Oh, a lot over there in Shreveport.
Yeah, and then I go down to the World Championship Barbecue Cook-Off in Houston every year.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's an awesome deal too. So
It really is.
that's one of the things that me and you got to get together offline here and talk a little bit. I do a lot of I do some smoking, so I got a little smoker on the back end of a boat trailer I pull around and smoke it a little bit. So.
Well, that's what I started with. You know, was one on the trailer like that right there.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're doing it with a Southern Pride right now.
Oh, that's
so,
good.
You know,
That's a good unit.
And we it's almost like set it and forget it, you know. But we put it on at 7:00 at night, and by 9:00 the next morning, it's ready to come off, and so it's fresh daily.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Those things are good. I'm in the insurance world, so we've had to rebuild a couple of barbecue places because of fire, and some of those units you're talking about is what we put back in, so we wouldn't have to worry about fires.
That's right. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, it's amazing how much grease and fire don't mix real well together sometimes, you know.
It's amazing how much grease was in this little Italian, you know.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's not
Yeah,
anymore,
you're still
though. I
getting up
guarantee you.
that,
I get a pound out and another pound comes out. But we just about got it cleaned up now. So hopefully we're going to be ready to go this coming Saturday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I
man.
drove by. I gave it a drive by this morning. I had to go get run an errand. Had the grandbaby there. There's always errands when you got your granddaughter there.
Well, we're hoping.
So I ran by, and it's you're already working on that top.
Right,
That was
exactly.
quick.
Yeah,
You got a good
that's,
crew, man. You're on top of that stuff.
Yeah, with the sign and everything should be up by Wednesday, and all the
Okay.
barnwood on the I don't know if it's barnwood, but anyway, it's
Well, it looks good.
Something that looks like barnwood, right?
exactly.
No, it
So it's rough
looks
cut.
good. I've seen you. You probably seen the picture online of it.
Yeah.
It really looks
Inside
good.
is fully it's done on the inside with the wood, and so now we're now we're going in there to clean up the ceiling and all that good stuff, and so by Wednesday we should be putting it all together, and maybe we might have to work out of the food trailer, which it's a full kitchen anyway with the with the smoker, so and then have just the dining room opened up this coming weekend.
Yeah, I
for
saw
the-
you
for
had
the-
your tables out front.
Yeah,
umbrella
yeah,
stuff,
we're gonna get that all cleaned up again. We've cleaned it 4 or 5 times, and that's just from the contractors and everything. So but it'll be ready for this weekend.
But like I said again, if you've never had Texas style barbecue, the brisket, this is
it's a one of a kind.
This is a home run for Smyrna.
It is a one of a kind.
Yeah.
That's one thing I found out a long time ago, man. There isn't a lot of good brisket east of Mississippi.
It's
rare. It's hard to find.
Well, the first time I ever ate, really brisket was I was playing in a big softball tournament down in Jean, Texas, and I had a buddy of mine that said I ordered a hamburger, and he said, "Oh, Tennessee boy," he said, "get you a brisket sandwich," and so and I got me one, and I probably ate 20 that weekend.
You gotta love that, man. Yeah.
So I'm it's been brisket from then on.
That's great.
So.
Yeah, man, I love some brisket too, man. That's awesome, and the sides were always good. That were judges, they were just really good, man. So.
We've got some different sides than what he had, and but our mac and cheese is definitely, we got a brisket mac and cheese boat.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Oh man,
we sell a lot of it. So and we do a lot with the NFL. We've got Indianapolis, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Nashville stadiums that we feed on Sunday. The opposing teams that come in to play. Well, then we don't get them all. We have fed I think 26 out of 32 teams right now. So we're still working on a few that the northern teams, that don't know what that brisket really is, But we're
but all the
on
players
that.
that's from the South will probably know it from the area.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And so we send trucks and everything out on Sunday mornings and take off for Indianapolis or Atlanta. And New Orleans probably not as much now that we're this far from New Orleans. Texas, it was a little bit closer for us.
Yeah.
And so
just go down I-10 right down the road, man. Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's interesting when you start talking about barbecue, man. There is so many, different. Even in the South, a lot of pork down here, of course, and chicken. But man, you go from North Carolina to Tennessee to Georgia and Mississippi, Alabama. They all got their own little twist on everything they do, and it's amazing how regional barbecue really is.
It really is, and Aubrey, when he brought it in back in '99, and he opened up that little, when he told me, he said, "Man, I'm fixing to open up a restaurant," and I said, "Yeah, right." And next thing I know, he's got a line out the door,
every day, man.
Every day.
Every day.
And probably wishes he'd have never left, Wedgwood over there.
That Wedgwood is a great spot for him, man.
It was, and I've tried getting it 4 or 5 times. Can't get it, Now I think it just sold for like $3 million. So
and it wasn't much. It was just it wasn't a whole lot to it, but
it was a hole.
It was a hole in the wall. That's exactly what it was.
And that's what that's what we've been looking for, and luckily, this right here, we found this right here in Smyrna.
Yeah, Jenny Williams, she had told you about it. Didn't she tip you on it?
Well, I saw it on Facebook, and then and I went to Danny Brewer's. I had to take a truck over to get. Fixed one day, and so I was riding down Front Street, and then I thought there it is right there, and I thought, man, that'd be a great building. So I called Carl Boyd, and I said, man, who owns this building? So he found out for me, and I called Tommy Goddard, and supposedly we knew each other from up here at MTSU way back when. So we cut a deal in about 3 days because I wasn't gonna let it get out from underneath me. So
there you go.
Might have should have looked at it a little bit more, but but he's been good. So we're everything's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, we can't wait. Awesome. Like I said, that's a big thing down there.
It's a great location.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be great. I think you have a great business down there. I think that's a good Italian place is hard to find, but a good brisket place is even harder.
It really is.
I don't really know about really good brisket. I know places set it, but not a real good.
Right.
Real good brisket.
And they're, I'll never knock any of our competition at all. They've got, they do it a certain way. We do it a certain way, and and our pork, I will tell you, we do our pork a little bit different than what they do around here, and but we're gonna have brisket, ribs, chicken, sausage, pork, jalapeno cheese, sausage.
That's my favorite.
Whole nine yards.
What's that? Some kind of cheese sticks, some kind of deals I saw that looked real big. I saw them.
They look like a log. You know,
Yeah, somebody talked about that. You said, "Oh, we had those," and I saw that y'all posted.
It's a cheese log, and you know, and I mean, it was. We got the idea from a little bar out in Lubbock, Texas. That's where my wife, Lori, she's from Lubbock. And there's a little place out there called Spanky's. I mean, they told me how they did it, and so you know now we've got them. But they are, it's a log. You get about four of them. You know, you might could build a log cabin with them. You know,
There you go.
They're big. They were.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that sounds awesome, man. I can't wait to get in there and try that, man.
Oh man, yeah. Though, like I said, I take a lot of cholesterol medicine, so I better double up before I come down there because I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna
Take
tell you
some
right
Tums
now.
too while you're at it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we don't need no tongue.
I'm kidding.
Hey, it ain't but most time it's just on brisket, just salt and pepper anyway. You know, that's that. Most people over season that stuff, but salt and pepper is the
That's
way to
the
go,
Texas
man.
way. You
That's
know,
it,
really.
right there.
I mean, it's salt and pepper.
That's it. All right. Hey, it looks like we're getting ready for a break, so we're gonna take a little time off, man. So come back to us. We'll finish the show out here later on. Talk to you soon.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafehouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by, and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
When I say VFW, you probably have some visions of a smoke-filled bar with a bunch of old-timers eyeballing you. Well, the Stones River VFW is doing things different. No smoke-filled rooms, no turning prospective members away, and a strong emphasis on camaraderie and community. We believe in instilling our American values in our young people through numerous programs such as Voice of Democracy, Patriots Pen, Scout of the Year, and VFW Teacher of the Year. The Stones River Post intends on becoming a driving force to help, aid, and assist wartime veterans. So if you're one of those veterans with a campaign medal and you want that sense of purpose that you've been missing, then give our recruiter Andrew Farr a call at 615-490-5715.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
All right, hey, we are back at the Mike Sparks Show here. Conversations with Mike on Sunday night. We got Crawdaddy in here, and we got Rooster and Roger and Mark. Sound like something off Who Framed Roger Rabbit, don't it?
Oh,
holy
yeah.
cow!
I hadn't heard that before.
There you go.
But anyway, it's my buddy Gary Crawford over there, and like I said, known him all my life, and Rooster didn't think he was going to come. So he surprised him out here. He said, "Oh, he's not going to come, Roger."
Give us a little. I heard you got surprised out there. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, this is the way we've always operated over 56 years. Is I didn't see Rooster in his truck, and I was coming around the front of it, and he blew his horn at me. And
that's awesome.
I've never seen him jump that high. He can never jump.
But that's how it's been, 56 years, still rolling.
Well, I tell you what, friendship over a lifetime is awesome, man. You know, that's just we always want to have friends for life, and going back to, football and everything else, we all have friends from high school and friends from college, and I never made it to pros. I played ball in college up at Tennessee Tech,
Great school.
Yeah, just friendship, man, that's built out of those things, and just the stories that come out of that, and some of them are probably 100% true, and the other ones are somewhere in between that and being a total lie, right?
That's true.
But like I said, speaking of that, Rooster, he played for the Cowboys at one time.
Yeah.
And Rooster, tell us a little bit about what led to that.
Well, I was living in Texas, and Coach Schultz, he was my basketball coach in high school, and he was my second grade PE teacher in Laverne, and Crawdaddy saw him at the airport, and so he got me to move down to Dallas, and I told Coach Schultz that I was going to be trying out for some teams, and he said, well, I want you to make it. So, while I was there, then that's when I went to New Orleans and tried out with them, and then went to Dallas the next day when I got back from New Orleans, and ended up signing with Dallas. And New Orleans had called me, which would have been tough too in New Orleans, because that's when they had signed Morton Anderson.
Oh,
at
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
So,
Morton had a pretty good little career.
30 years. What, 30 years?
About 28 years of kicking, So,
wow.
Yeah, so it was another challenge. So.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's back in the day when Danny White was punting and quarterbacking, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Danny ended up, that was the year before was his last year to punt, because they ended up signing some other punters. Mike Saxon ended up coming in, and then but we had three quarterbacks, and that's what he just ended up doing, just nothing but quarterbacking.
Yeah. Danny White was a
great athlete.
He was a great athlete. That's a great way to put it.
I saw him in a celebrity softball game, and he, like I said, here at Nashville, and like I said, playing, you could tell he was just by the way he handled himself that he was a natural athlete.
Yeah, he could play anything that he play. I don't care if it was tennis, racquetball, whatever. Danny White can beat you.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, he was a heck of a. He had big shoes to fill behind Roger Stahl back then.
Sure did.
That was.
And nobody ever gave him any credit.
No, they didn't.
And he won a lot of games.
He did.
Went to the NFC Championship game a few times, but nobody ever gave him credit.
Yeah, that was of course, at the time I was a young man then. I grew up watching. I hate to say this, but I was a Raiders fan for years. Still am, unfortunately. But I guess bad habits are hard to break, right?
They're one of my favorite teams. They were growing up too, and they're one of our clients right now. They're one of our best. They eat Texas barbecue every time they get to Indianapolis, Atlanta, or Nashville. They call us.
Well, that's awesome, man. If you need help, let me know. I'll go up with you. And I'll work for free that weekend.
Jim Plunkett, he's always with them and everything.
I love Jim.
Yeah. Fred Biletnikoff, I've gotten to meet him, and he was one of my idols. Stickum. I can always see him that had to stick him on his.
Oh yeah, us old Raiders guys love that. I got to meet Kenny Stabler and Pete Rose one day. I was in Las Vegas, and they were at that shop called Field of Dreams in Caesar's Palace, and I met two of my childhood heroes. that same day.
Wow.
You know, it's pretty awesome. So I got a signed baseball and a signed football that day. I don't know how much I spent on either one of them. I really don't care. And I hope they made some money out of it, which I'm sure they did. So, but you know, it's awesome to have those kind of memories and those kind of things, and they kind of carry with you your whole life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to add something. I think Roaster forgot this, but back in the day, Dallas would have a one-day public tryout camp, and there was like 700 players from the local area, Dallas-Fort Worth area, that came out and tried out to make the Cowboys, and Roaster was the only one they signed because he was 5 for 5 from the 50-yard line and 4 for 4 from the 40-yard line. He was 100%, and he was the only one that they had signed. So that was the first time.
You're giving me a little bit more credit. I did miss one from 50.
There you go.
It was the only one. I was 20 or 21.
Well, that's an awesome. That is awesome. You know, it's funny. I was thinking back about the tryouts. And I guess the one that was always made most public was the one that Philadelphia did. You know,
with
was it Pompelli or something like that?
Yeah.
That he played up there for several years.
Ended up playing quite a few years.
Yeah, he played 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
They made that movie out of it and everything. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. I had a couple of guys that I played ball with at Tech went and tried out a couple of places, and
even Kurt Warner, he was a sack boy, and here he is. He's in the Hall of Fame. Got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. Football is one of those crazy sports that's like that. Some people that you wouldn't expect or don't do great, and then some people you think's going to do great don't do so well.
That's correct.
It's funny. I was kind of thumbing through, and we thinking back Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi. It's amazing having those 2 guys on the same coaching staff with the Giants back in the late '50s. Those guys, man, they just had to be. That had to be awesome to be able to work with men like that.
When you come into Bean Brothers Barbecue, you will see that year I did get to, when I went down to New Orleans, Bum Phillips was there at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then Coach Landry. So I've got a picture of them when they're on the football field talking right before they're playing and everything. And so that's one of the pictures you'll see when they come in. I was fortunate to get to meet both of them, and then Coach Landry signing me.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah.
Have you got an Aubrey jersey or anything you're gonna hang up? Because I don't know if people realize, when he was at Smyrna, I was at the game. He scored 26 points. It was 26-0. 26 Aubrey, 26 Ashland City.
Yeah. Aubrey was a pretty good athlete too. He had 4 touchdowns, and then he ended up scoring a 2-point conversion that night up in Ashland City. I think Smyrna was 0-9, and so was Ashland City. So it ended up being they were 0-10, and we were 1-9.
That's like winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
there. Somebody had to win. Somebody's going to go out there with at least a win, right?
Exactly.
Somebody had a perfect season, and somebody had one win.
Yeah, they were always 0-9. But yeah, he's a pretty good athlete.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I can remember being a young man. All my cousins and aunts and uncles went to Smyrna High School. And I remember, I was probably in 7th, 8th grade, 6th grade, something like that. One Friday night, we went over to where the middle school's at, and the place was packed, man, for the high school football game, which is the way it is a lot around there. Texas, of course, is a little different animal down there. For you folks that don't know much about Texas football, you go down there, some of their stadiums are nicer than the MTSU or Tennessee Tech stadium, And they got Nimitz High School down in Houston and some other places like a college stadium. But at any rate, it's awesome to see how high school football has progressed here in Middle Tennessee, and Tennessee in general over the last 15, 20 years,
It's really come on, with all the workout facilities that they've got now compared to what we had. We had universal, go up to 255 pounds. And if you could bench more than that, you had to have somebody stand on the weights, So now, they've got kids that are in there benching, 500 now, So we didn't have nobody could do that.
It's crazy. Yeah. When I played football under a guy named Turney Ford, and he was the last 3-sport 3-year letterman out of Vanderbilt. and that was in the 30s. So that's
wow.
So yeah, he led her in all 3 sports, and all 3 years he was eligible to let her. And he coached. My sophomore year was the last year he coached, but he didn't believe in lifting weights and stuff like that because they've never done that. So we had a new coach come in, and that was the first machine we bought was a universal machine.
Wow.
So that's what I learned out. We'd had some free weights and stuff, and I was probably 6th grade when we got that, 7th grade. So that was one of the things that we became we were state runners up my junior year, state champs my senior year. But I attribute everything you just said to the weight, strength, and conditioning program of the high schools.
It's totally different these days.
Oh,
you know, these kids are, I don't know, some of these foods that are, I think, injected with all these the steroids and stuff like that. And these kids are, you have 6'6" and 310, 350 in high school.
They can run a 4.9 40, okay?
Exactly, and hit you like a freight train.
Oh so. But they're fragile though, man. They have a lot more injuries, I think. And I don't know if it's the size or what, but there's a ton more injuries today than there used to be.
Yeah. But these guys right here, speaking of sports, back in the day, like neighborhood things, that's how we kind of, like Gary, my brother was the king of, what they call it, sock ball.
Wiffle ball.
Yeah, he would. We would play, and you didn't throw it. What you'd do, you'd throw it not to catch it. You would hit them.
Hit them. Yeah, that's right.
It was a plastic ball with about 2 pounds of duct tape wrapped around it.
Oh yeah.
And your brother Kenny could throw it.
And Roger's brother Kenny Thomas, who was a heck of an athlete. Kenny's biggest enjoyment was to be about 4 or 5 feet from you and hit you with that duct tape ball at 90 miles an hour.
In the back of the head.
Yeah, if you were lucky, if it hit you in the head. If it hit you in the ribs, you suffered a broken rib.
Yeah. You guys sound like where I grew up. We played around. I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but we'd have live fireworks fights. With bottle rockets and Roman candles. Yeah. Oh yeah. Come out R&B Black from just shooting stuff for hours.
We'd shoot the big ones on the sticks.
Oh yeah.
Skyrockets.
Giant 32-ounce bottles.
Yeah.
And they'd display on you. It'd shoot a big skyrocket. Boom.
All right, we're bringing back way too many memories. Somebody's gonna try. Don't try this at home, okay?
Yeah. All this is fun. That was 30 years ago. It's all outlawed now.
It's a law to do that now, guys. Okay. So, at any rate, well, we're going to be coming back. We ready for another break yet? Yeah, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and finish out.
Okay.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance Policy Perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available at select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliates.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now the Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome.
You just don't find any better people.
He's always been very good.
We've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, SmyrnaAutorepair.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Marcus Manise. I am the founder and executive director of Strong in My Father Youth and Family Services. Our organization is designed to help young men growing up in homes with our father have a better chance at a better life and a better opportunity. Our organization is preventative, so our goal is to prevent kids from going to jail, juvenile, but live out the purpose that God truly has designed for them. For all information on our organization, if you're looking for a mentorship program and your child is between grades 2nd through 9th, we encourage you to go to our website, stronginmyfather.org, for more information. Sign up to be a part of Stronger Sons Mentorship Program. And then we're hoping that this program continue to help your son live out the true dreams that God truly has designed for them.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
All right, hey, we're back. Conversations with Mike Sparks here on Sunday evening. Hey, Roger, tell us a little bit about the fish fry coming up here.
Oh yeah, we got a couple. This one's going to be back and back. We got a car show at Sam Davis home. This is going to be September the 13th from 9 to 4. It's going to be the Mid-10 Hot Rodders.
Oh, awesome.
And but they're also going to do the cruise-in that same night, which is September the 13th, or the Wings of Freedom Fish Fry.
That's always a big deal out there.
Oh yeah,
at the airport
yeah,
out there.
It really is. I try to go to all of them.
Yeah.
It's really good. But Mike, if you want to see Mike work, that's when you can see him work. If you want to go out there, he's working that. But anyway,
No, he's just talking. Come on, don't give him too much credit. Working.
Yeah.
That's a big word for Mike. Working.
But that's work. Oh, Mike, you weren't listening, were you?
That's a 4-letter word.
Yeah, 5 to 9 will be the Wings of Freedom, and Tuskegee. How do you say that? Airmen. They're going to have a little program, like a little thing set up.
Tuskegee Airmen?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
awesome.
I'm Southern, so I know I can't say it right.
Tuskegee,
but anyway.
I think so it's pronounced.
But they're going to have the P-51 Mustang Red Tail. They're going to have one there, and you can get in a raffle to take a flight in it.
Wow.
So it's going to be a big thing. But like I said, the Mid-10 Hot Rodders will also be here on the show August the 17th. They're going to be on the show here to talk about the different shows coming up and their cruise-ins and things that they have. And then one more thing is let me see, Mike, I got 4 more pages to go. They're going to have the spaghetti Saturday, August 16th it's going to be a fundraiser at the Seniors Activity Center on Rake Street in Smyrna, and that's at 11 to 1. And spaghetti and wine dinner fundraiser will be at 5 o'clock at the Smyrna Event Center, and both are hosted by the Senior Activity Center.
Well, awesome, man.
That finishes me up on that.
They did they've got a great building over there, by the way, over on Rake Street over there. It's awesome, man. You said something earlier. I want to circle back around. You know, you was talking about pork barbecue. You do it a little different. You know, tell us a little bit about. You don't have to give us all your secrets, but share a little bit with us. You know, because
he'll be
it's one of those things.
It's one of those things you've just got to. We inject it,
perfect,
that's and then you just want to pat that butt a little bit,
That's right.
Put that rub to it. So and that's all we do, but we do it low and slow, and it's it's about 14-hour process, maybe 16 with a pork butt.
Yeah, you using about those 10 or 12 pound pork butts.
Maybe 14, 15.
Oh, you get some little bigger ones, if you get some good ones, Yeah, I do the very similar process. I make a brine, and I'll inject and brine both of mine,
Okay.
It makes a little different flavor to it, but I'll let mine brine for like 12 to 14 hours.
And we use salt and pepper,
Yeah.
coarse pepper and kosher salt.
Yeah.
On ours right there. So
Yeah.
I'll give my secret away. I don't care.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the cool thing about barbecue is that everybody does it just a little bit different, and that's what makes it so unique. And everybody, I teach a little barbecue class to folks at church every once in a while, and I said, well, what about doing this? I says, yeah, do it. I said, you got to try it. One thing about barbecue, you develop your taste for it, right? And
Correct.
what you like, you repeat it, you know.
And you're not going to perfect it on that first night. You know,
No,
the first go
maybe the
around.
first 20 times or 30
Right,
times,
You know,
you
and you
know,
finally
yeah.
get it right, and then you go, man, what did I do?
What
You know, what did I do?
That's exactly right. Yeah, I got like a 22-pound brisket in my freezer right now. I got to do something. I'm gonna probably cook the next couple of weeks, you know. But that's the.
You don't have to. You can come down there. You know, the Bean Brothers.
Hey, that'll be easier for me to do that, you know. You know, one of the things too. Do you guys on trimming? Do you guys tell me a little bit about what you guys trim on a brisket?
We trim it down to about an eighth of an inch of fat.
Okay.
And so, and I don't do it like the competition styles. You know, they get it down. They want a perfectly.
Sizing wise, yeah.
You know, for the brisket, you know, but I don't do it like that right there. I trim it up just to get the fat off and get the decal out, some of the fat out of the decal right there, and then we put it on for 14 hours.
There's a lot of that stuff won't render out at that temperature we're at. You know, if you leave it on there, it won't render out. And it's got a hard chunk of fat on there. You know,
right.
That you can't do nothing with.
Speaking of competition, you were on Man versus Food one time.
Yes, we were. And, you know, Adam Richmond, he come in and we had the 72-ounce steak challenge. And it's like the big Texan out in Amarillo, Texas. And we had Vince Gill on there, but we had the Low Cash Cowboys that were going to try to eat, you know, this 72-ounce steak. And they didn't get close. You know, it may have looked like they did, but they didn't. You know, so
that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, plus they had about a pound and a quarter potato, and then a 1 pound salad, and plus the Texas toast. So
I can, you know, I used to eat. I could eat a lot back in the day, but I'm not for sure.
I could eat the steak, but I couldn't eat everything else. You know, give me 72 ounce, I can eat it.
Yeah, meat's a lot easier to eat than all the fluff.
And then they'd want it cook it almost well done. I'm going, that's like leather.
Yeah.
You know, your jaws are going to be hurting. You know, and you know when they start doing this, I know I'm on radio, you can't see it, but you know when it's starting to come up, I'm saying he's done. You know,
that's right. You know it.
He's about 20 minutes into a steak. You know, so
yeah, medium rare is about as done as I want mine done. You know,
just moo. I
That's
want
right.
mine mooing.
Well, I had a guy tell me one time, I said, "Why don't you just go take a bite out of the cow? You know, it'd be a lot easier for you." You know? I said, "Well, it's a little cleaner this way, you know."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an awesome deal. I think that's one of the things. Crawdaddy brought up a quick something about the difference in barbecue in the region. We talked a little bit about that earlier, but you know the biggest thing between Texas barbecue and barbecue here in the South or Tennessee barbecue is. Go ahead.
You know, it's like I said. I mean, each region's got their own style. You know, in ours, we don't use any vinegar base of anything, which that's Carolina style, and a lot over in Kansas City, Memphis. You know, theirs is they like their ribs, you know, wet over there, which ours is a dry rub.
Well,
so
beef ribs are different than pork ribs
beef
anyway.
ribs, and we are putting those on the menu. Our beef ribs. We're going to have them on Friday and Saturday nights.
All right, I'm
to
coming.
start out with.
I'm coming.
The big Dino
Mark's
ribs.
you're gonna have a seat
I'll
reserved
be
for
there.
Mark Lewis. You know?
He may have his own section.
That's right, man.
He's big enough for a section.
That's right, man. I tell you what, I'm a barbecue freak, man. I like that. When we go down to Texas down there for the barbecue cook-off, we have some friends that have placed in the world championship stuff. And a couple of years ago, one of our buddies had the ribs, and man, I tell you what, ain't nothing better than a beef rib, man. If it's cooked right, it's just, you know. And I grew up on pork baby back, but if your beef ribs cooked right, man, there ain't nothing better in the world than a beef rib. Now I'm telling you. So just so you know,
Crawdaddy, he likes it all, but he's thinning down right now, so he probably won't be able to eat very much when he comes in.
Thinning down? What? Because you blew the horn at you? Does it stick with you that long? No.
No. I'm going down for just health reasons. You know,
it ain't nothing bad, is it?
No, it's all good.
Old age like me, man, I can feel it every day.
I'm proud to say I'm 66, and I'm not even on any type of prescription meds. So, I owe that to my daddy, I guess.
Awesome. I'm a little behind you, but I'm 58 and I don't take one medicine at all either. I'll take an aspirin every once in a while, and that's about the extent of my medicine I take, man.
I'm 70, and I'm probably on that many meds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
11 different ones.
But hey, let me shout out to all of our Smyrna High School Bulldogs that are out there from the 60s through the 70s and 80s, 90s. You know, come on down to Bean Brothers Texas-style barbecue. It's where it's going to be happening, and I know there's a lot of people that have never tried Texas-style barbecue, but the camaraderie, the friendship that goes back 50, 60 years in Smyrna. You know who you are out there. The Bulldog, our Bulldog Roundup. We're going to have it back again. We're going to see all of our old friends and new friends, come out. So,
Coach Rakes to show up out there. He'll come.
I met Coach Rakes first time I met him was 1968, and I was 8 years old. Brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, he didn't come to this one. He normally comes to our over at Sam Davis' home. They met him, Hope, him, and Terry Fan is
a judge now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but he normally comes. He didn't come to this one, but like I said, I guarantee you, he'll come to it. Guarantee you. And he'll bring that pedal you might know about a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know all about that one. But we are going to have, we're going to speak to Mr. Rakes, and we're going to try to have a Mr. Rakes night.
Awesome.
And it's going to be where you come to where he's, he'll have his own little office, down there, plus he, and just, for people to come in to see him, he's getting on up there and age. I think he's 87 or 88 now, but he still gets around good.
Yeah.
And so we are going to have Mr. Rakes night if he approves of it.
Yeah, I had like I said, I graduated Mr. Back, but Coach Rakes, he was at our 50-year reunion.
Yeah.
And he was telling stories. He got paddled twice by Mr. Mack. Nobody ever knew that. He finally, after this long, he said, "Well, I'm going to tell y'all." Richard Thomas also spoke in there, and he said, "I got paddled twice by him." So. It's a little bit of rebel, I imagine, in school, so...
well, I'm going to tell you, just what and I didn't get to go to Smyrna or anything, but what I know about Mr. Rakes, man, he was a leader of men and just...
he got everybody that's had him respects him.
Yeah, and that's one of the leadership things that I think we're missing sometimes. I believe we got a group of men and stuff that are coming up now in the last 15, 20 years that just...
This is a real funny one, we bought a house right next door to him to flip about 6 years ago, I guess, and I can see him out there. He was sitting in that chair going, "Man, I hope he don't win the bid on this house over here." He said, "Man, I got rid of him a long time ago. Now he's wanting to move beside me."
Yeah, man.
So we got the bid, and we flipped the house, but I got to see him a lot while we were over there.
Well, that little house you put that bid on in Franklin, did that go all right?
Which one is that?
Oh, I think it's Dave Ramsey's old house.
Oh, yeah, I
know.
put that on there. Yeah, $15 million. No, I didn't. I only bid $14 million, so I didn't get it. But wow. Dave Ramsey, he was my youngest son's hockey coach back in the day. For about 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
So, Dave Ramsey, good man.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw Rick Graham. His comment, "Oh, the barbecue business is good, ain't it, baby?"
I need to see a lot more brisket. So.
That's a truism right there.
But
man.
I really did have people going, "Man, you really put a $14 million bid on that house?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's not going to go through though."
Yeah. Or sometimes in auctions, you know what you can bid on and what you're going to win and what you ain't going to win.
Yeah.
You just help the pricing out a little bit sometimes, That's one of the things to do in there.
But we had a good time.
Oh yeah, but that's a big old nice place, man. You'd get lost in there. I would. I mean,
I could have opened up a restaurant in there.
Yeah, they never smelt it on the house.
That's right.
They never smelt it.
Yeah, but yeah, man. But like I said, we really can't wait. I know it's exciting news when we first saw it. When I saw you, I was getting ready to give you everything you wanted on that. On the historical commission, that's we got boundaries. So they brought me back down, because I go yes.
I think it's going to be a great addition to down that area. There's couple of good restaurants around there, but I think that'll be a nice little piece. And you got the parking right across the way from you.
Parking
right
is always the first thing they'll look at. You know,
You got that big lot right across from you.
You don't
man.
have parking.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to drive by.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. They ain't, if you
They got plenty of parking.
Yeah, it's about 200 spots out there. If you can.
Yeah, probably 250 plus
Yeah.
ones behind the building.
I bet you'll fill it up. People say, "What's going on down here?" Oh, they're all at Roosters in line. See that line? That's
what we're hoping for right there.
I think it will. Everybody, like I said, it sounded good.
That's the big thing. Now, give us the dates when you're opening up again, so everybody knows.
We're going to try a little soft opening probably next on the barbecue festival next Saturday the 9th.
Okay.
And if things go right this week, then we will we should be able to open the dining room up and then work out the food trailer with where the smoker is and everything. So it'll be just like having the kitchen open because I've got a mobile kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Awesome.
hopefully next Saturday.
Awesome. Well, good deal. We'll make sure everybody come down there, and support these local businesses, because and get some good Texas barbecue. Like I said, I had your brothers, and I expect yours to be as good as, if not better. So I'm setting the bar high for you. All right.
Well, I appreciate it.
But it'll be good. I'm sure it will be.
Gary, got any comments? Any last minute comments or anything?
I guarantee he'll get the last word.
No, I'm just real proud of my brother. I call him my brother. As long as I've known him, and his parents were like my second parents, and Aubrey was like an older brother I never had, and I feel that way with Rooster. It's just been a family thing for 50-something years.
Yeah.
So I encourage everybody to come out and try Bean Brothers barbecue, Texas style barbecue. Yeah. I guarantee you're going to like it.
You got it. Well, all right, we're going to close out here today. Remember, Men of Hope will meet in 2 weeks at Hope Fellowship. Also, we do have a Thursday night group that meets at 6:30 at Hope Fellowship on 1429 Lee Victory Parkway. Come out. Mark Guthrie will be leading that. So come out, and you guys have an awesome evening, and God bless.